Warrior, I want you to subscribe, please, to our channel. I want you to follow along. I want you to share the videos. I have no shame because we are living in desperate times, and desperate times call for warriors take actions. First of all, I want to thank all of you who are following along, who are sharing the information, who are writing these lovely comments to me. We go nonstop at the Warriors. We do many things we don't even talk about, but the bottom line is that you need to know about is that we are here and passionate to help people, especially our youth, our children, because they are watching everything going on in our country right now. And whether you believe it or not, it's in those little heads, in those teens' heads. And look, we have a youth mental health crisis going on. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. A reminder, an organization to learn more, read about, see where there's a local resource in your area. A lot of free information out there, but you have to know where to look. Go to NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI.org. Now let's get to it, because I have some great news. Anytime we can share with you a piece of really good news, something positive, we are going to share it with you. As of May 7th, 2024, we have passed into law the Report Act, the Bipartisan Report Act, sponsored by Senator Ossoff from Georgia, and also Democrat, and Senator Marsha Blackburn from the great state of Tennessee. Now, what's the Report Act? Let's get into this, because I want to tell you why it's so important. It will increase the monies given to the National Center on Missing and Exploited Children. Sometimes we refer to it as NCMEC, NCMEC, and it will fund their tip line, right? Their tip line, cybertipline.org is the website. That is the place where one goes, a parent, a teen, a child, if they want to report an image online, cybertipline.org. We recently had updated stats from NCMEC, from the National Center on Missing and Exploited Children. 36 million reports last year. 36 million that we know about. That's what was reported to the cyber tip line. So people are becoming aware of this cyber tip line. People are becoming aware of CSAM, child sexual abuse material online. People are going after. It's okay. There are creeps online. The internet is full of predators. So now people are becoming more aware of that, parents, guardians, grandparents, kids themselves, and reporting, which is a good step to the cyber tip line. And it is strengthening these funds that we can increase manpower, resources, law enforcement resources to track down these creeps, these criminals. I don't even know what to call them. They're just the most disgusting people. But one element of the bill is websites. Now, this is a big one. Websites and social media platforms must report crimes involving trafficking and enticement of children, and increase fines for companies that knowingly fail to report child sexual abuse material. This is what is called CSAM, C-S-A-M. Rebranded that about 2 years ago, most commonly referred to as kiddie porn, child pornography. A lot of the media, not our media, mind you, but a lot of the mainstream media is still calling it child porn. No such thing. Child cannot consent to pornography. Child sexual abuse material is a much more descriptive couple of words to describe this. But it will hold them accountable. Big tech has to be held accountable. Why does everything always have to fall onto the shoulders of parents and kids? Come on now. We've been fighting this since the advent of the internet, 1996. So this Report Act, and why it's so important, it's the first critical piece of legislation. Minor guardrails. Big tech should be held accountable. They're flourishing with child sexual abuse videos, material, dialogue, because I can go on every single platform. We can't single out, Twitter and TikTok and all of that stuff. It's all over the place if you know where to look. And the predators, the criminals, certainly know where to look. Remember, what do I always tell you? Wherever the kids are, so are the predators. So this Report Act, we got to give it a clap, a round of applause. We're hoping this is the beginning, the jumping off point that will open up. Our next vote going is Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA. Again, bipartisan. Remember, forget politics. I know it's hard because we're talking about Congress voting these things in, signed off by the current administration. But if this happened, the Report Act, then we can have Kids Online Safety Act. We can have Earn It Act. I believe it's going to start snowballing. Now, what we need from all of you, because we have to combat this child exploitation. I don't want to bore you with everything. You know how bad it is. I urge all of you, you've got some homework. House.gov, Senate.gov. You need to contact your representatives. I know it just takes a couple of minutes, but I have to tell you, we can lay out all the work for you. You have to do it. It has to come from your state. It has to come from your zip code with your name on it. You are a constituent. You pay taxes. So going to House.gov, find out who represents you, Senate.gov. It's like 3 people. It's not hard. You will find the website. You will find the email. You will find the phone number. We need you to do all these steps and at least do one of them. Email in and just say, I'm a constituent. And I want KOSA, Kids Online Safety Act, passed into legislation. Now, I'm going to have all the information in the body of this video. We need you. We need numbers. KOSA stands today at 67 co-sponsors, bipartisan. The more numbers, the more people, constituents we get saying we want this. I got to admit, we're in May, 118th Congress. If this doesn't get put to the floor for a vote, what happens? We have to start all over again in the fall. So we got to get it moving now. There is no reason that my senator living here in New York, who's also the majority leader, Chuck Schumer, cannot bring this to a vote. No reason, no excuse. He's got a lot of time for a lot of other things. This, our precious children, most important. Report Act. Let's pat ourselves on the back. Let's say congratulations. This is a tiny step in the right direction in curbing child exploitation. All of you, always participate. Missingkids.org, the home of the National Center on Missing and Exploited Children, and also lynswarriors.org. There's so much out there. We can hardly keep up, but you know what? We're warriors, and community creates change. We need all of you, and you're doing a terrific job. Share. Join us. Let's keep protecting our precious children. Open and honest communication with the kids. Do not give up. This is not something you do once in a while. Every day we have to chip away on it. Remember, be that warrior in your home, in your community. Join us. Remember, each and every day, go out and be a warrior.